The movie begins with a group of criminals and corrupt cops planning a bank robbery in downtown Atlanta. The team includes Michael Atwood, a skilled criminal; Marcus Belmont, a corrupt cop; Russell Welch, a criminal; Gabe Welch, Russell's brother; and Franco Rodriguez, another corrupt cop. They wear masks and gloves to hide their identities. Their goal is to steal a safe deposit box from the bank's vault. We noticed over 90% of our viewers enjoy our content but haven't subscribed yet. We know you want to, you just forget sometimes. As we dive deeper into this intense action crime recap, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling film recaps. The heist starts smoothly. The team enters the bank, controls the employees and customers, and forces the manager to open the vault. They grab the safe deposit box and escape in a van. However, the plan hits a snag when police cars spot them leaving the bank. A high-speed chase begins through Atlanta's busy streets. The team uses smoke grenades and automatic weapons to slow down the police. The chase moves onto a freeway where a chaotic shootout happens. Bullets fly as the team fires at police cars and the police shoot back. The criminals switch vehicles to a second van, abandon the first one, and escape by blending into traffic. This opening scene sets up the crew's skills and the risks they face. It shows their ability to plan and execute a complex robbery under pressure. The chase and shootout are intense, with cars crashing and gunfire echoing. The moment introduces Michael as the leader, Marcus as a cop with criminal ties, and the rest of the team as loyal but desperate. It also hints at the bigger forces controlling them, as the safe deposit box is meant for someone powerful. The action is attention-grabbing and establishes the film's dark, thrilling tone. After the bank heist, the crew meets Irina Vlaslov, a Russian Ishalai mob boss. They deliver the stolen safe deposit box to her at a secure location. Irina is cold and calculating. She opens the box but is unhappy with its contents. The box has some data her husband, a jailed mob leader, needs, but it's not enough. She refuses to pay the crew and tells them they must do another job to get their money. The new job is to steal more data from a heavily guarded facility. It is a secure site with tight security. Irina uses Michael's son as leverage to force the crew to agree. Michael is a single father who loves his son, and Irina is holding the boy to control Michael. She warns that failure will have consequences. The crew leaves the meeting angry but trapped, knowing they have no choice. This scene shows Irina's power over the crew. Her calm but threatening demeanor makes her a terrifying villain. It also deepens Michael's character, as his love for his son drives his actions. The crew's frustration highlights their dangerous situation, working for a mob boss who can ruin their lives. It builds tension for the next heist, which will be harder and riskier than the first. It reinforces the film's themes of corruption and betrayal, as the crew is betrayed by Irina's refusal to pay and forced into a deeper criminal world. To show the crew she means business, Irina's enforcers target Russell Welch. After the meeting with Irina, her men kidnap Russell and take him to a hidden location. They torture him brutally, beating him and cutting him to send a message to the crew. Russell is left in agony, barely alive. Michael and the others find him, but it's too late to save him. Michael, torn by guilt and sorrow, shoots Russell in the head to give him a quick death. This is one of the darkest moments in the movie. It shows Irina's ruthlessness and the high stakes for the crew. Russell's death shocks the team, especially his brother Gabe, who is devastated. Michael's decision to kill Russell shows his loyalty to his friend but also his desperation. It portrays how Irina will destroy anyone who fails her, pushing the crew to follow her orders. It also sets up Gabe's emotional spiral, as he struggles with his brother's death later in the film. The torture and death scene is graphic, but important. It raises the tension and shows the crew's vulnerability, even though they are tough criminals. It deepens the film's exploration of loyalty and sacrifice, as Michael chooses to end Russell's suffering. The weight of the crew's choices traps them in a world where violence and betrayal are constant threats. Meanwhile, Marcus Belmont, the corrupt cop, gets a new partner at the Atlanta Police Department. His new partner is Chris Allen. Chris is a young, honest detective who follows the rules and wants to do good. He is unaware that Marcus is part of the criminal crew planning the next heist. Marcus acts friendly but is nervous about working with someone so straight-laced. Chris is eager to prove himself. He talks about his goals to clean up the city and his respect for his uncle, Detective Jeffrey Allen, a veteran cop. Marcus listens but stays guarded, knowing he can't let Chris learn about his double life. The two start working together on routine police duties like patrolling and investigating gang activity. Their partnership creates tension, as Marcus must hide his criminal plans while pretending to be a good cop. This part introduces Chris as a key character. His honesty contrasts with Marcus's corruption, setting up their conflict. It also shows Marcus's struggle to balance his police job with his criminal ties. The audience sees Chris as a potential hero, but also a target, given Marcus's involvement with the crew. As Chris represents hope in a corrupt world, his trust in Marcus puts him in danger. Back with the crew, Michael, Marcus, Franco and Gabe plan the new heist to steal the data Irina wants. They know the secure facility has heavy security, so they need a way to distract the police. They decide to create a 999 situation, which is the police code for officer down. A 999 call will pull all available cops to one location, leaving the heist site unguarded. Marcus suggests a risky idea: set up his new partner Chris as the officer down. The plan is to lure Chris to a dangerous area, where he could be attacked or shot, triggering the 999 call. Marcus feels guilty but agrees, because Irina's threats leave him no choice. Michael and Franco support the plan, while Gabe, still grieving for Russell, is less focused. The crew maps out the heist, assigning roles and timing the 999 call to match their break-in. This crucial scene shows the crew's desperation and willingness to betray one of their own. Marcus's suggestion to target Chris highlights his moral conflict, as he knows Chris is a good person. The planning is detailed, with maps and timelines, showing the crew's professionalism despite their fear. While the crew plans the heist, Marcus and Chris continue their police work. They join a raid on an apartment in a housing project, targeting a gang suspected of drug trafficking. The raid is tense, with cops in tactical gear storming the building. During the chaos, a gang member pulls a gun and tries to fight back. The police shoot him, and he dies on the spot. The raid shakes up Marcus and Chris. Chris is rattled by the violence, but stays professional, while Marcus worries the incident could draw attention to him. The death also causes problems in the police department, as the gang's leaders vow revenge. For the crew, the raid adds pressure, as Marcus must keep his criminal plans secret while dealing with his police duties. A moment that shows the dangerous world Chris and Marcus work in. It highlights Chris's commitment to his job, even when things get messy. For Marcus, it's another reminder of the risks he's taking by living a double life. The raid's fallout complicates the crew's plans, as police and gang tensions rise. On the day of the heist, Marcus puts the 999 plan into action. He tricks Chris into going to a dangerous housing project, saying they need to follow a lead. Marcus plans to leave Chris in a spot where gang members might attack him, triggering the 999 call. However, the plan goes wrong. As Marcus and Chris enter the project, gang members spot them and open fire. Marcus is shot and falls, badly wounded. Chris, thinking Marcus is dead, fights back and escapes. He calls in a 999 to report an officer down, believing Marcus needs help. The call works as the crew hoped, pulling police across the city to the housing project. Meanwhile, Michael, Franco and Gabe break into the secure facility. They fight through guards, steal the data and escape, thanks to the police being distracted by the 999 call. This is a major turning point. The plan's failure shows the crew's luck is running out. Marcus's injury adds drama, as his fate is unclear for a while. Chris's quick thinking saves him, but he unknowingly helps the crew by calling 91999. The heist itself is intense, with gunfire and close calls, keeping the audience on edge. The scene ties into the film's themes, as Marcus's betrayal of Chris backfires, and the crew's success comes at a high cost. After the heist, Michael goes to meet Irina to deliver the stolen data. He hopes to get his son back, who Irina has been holding. The meeting happens at Irina's hideout. Michael hands over the data, but Irina betrays him. She says she won't give him his son and plans to keep the data without paying. Michael, prepared for her betrayal, reveals a gift box he brought. The box has a bomb inside. He triggers it, and the explosion kills Irina and her men. The scene is dramatic, with the explosion lighting up the screen, and Michael's relief at holding his son showing his human side. Michael's triumph is brief because his troubles are far from over. As Michael tries to leave Atlanta with his son, he is ambushed by Franco Rodriguez. Franco, a member of the crew, has been planning to double-cross Michael. He shoots Michael in a sudden attack, killing him. Franco takes the money from the heist, which Michael was carrying, and leaves Michael's son alone. Franco escapes, thinking he's won. Michael's death is a gut punch, as he was the film's main character. Franco's betrayal shows the crew's greed and lack of loyalty. Franco's actions also demonstrate betrayal and corruption. He represents the worst of the crew, willing to kill for money. The scene sets up the final confrontation, as Franco's betrayal can't go unpunished. Detective Jeffrey Allen, Chris's uncle, investigates the heist and figures out Franco's role. Jeffrey is a tough, chain-smoking cop with a laid-back style. He tracks Franco to a meeting point. In a tense standoff, Jeffrey confronts Franco about his betrayal. Both men draw their guns, and they shoot each other. Jeffrey is hit in the chest and Franco is wounded badly. Chris arrives at the scene and finds Jeffrey bleeding on the ground. Jeffrey, true to his character, pulls out a joint and lights it, even as he's dying. Chris calls in another 909 to get help for his uncle. The movie ends without showing if Jeffrey survives, leaving his fate unclear. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more in-depth recaps and reviews. Until next time. Stay curious, and keep exploring the hidden truths in every story.